Hello, everybody, and welcome into Season 12, Week 9 game day between Nebraska and Iowa State, number 4 versus number 6 at Jack Trice Stadium. This is a massive matchup here in the Big 12. If you don't know what the SFA is, it's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You do not need the game. You can recruit, you can set your depth charts, you can set your schemes, you can hire coordinators. You can also participate in things like server games for rewards. We have fully functional fantasy football. We have fully functional sportsbook. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to check us out. Links are in any of our descriptions. As always, if you do watch live, you might run into an ad or two because we are affiliated. If you do use a Twitch Prime sub, it is greatly appreciated as you are helping to fund the next national championship trophy that will be sent to one of you guys IRL. Along with, some merch from your team. So if that interests you, feel free to drop a sub. It's greatly appreciated. But yeah, this one is going to be huge. We just had a crazy BearCave, crazy games this week. Top 5 teams going down. And this is a massive one. Injuries all over the field for both teams, but they're still at the top of the country. Nebraska and Coach Chewy against longtime Coach Ron. He has a national championship. Mickey Mouse, by the way. But also he made the playoff last year. We got Paul Sanford and Stevie Scumbag on the screen right now. Let me know if you can hear me. Dude, Dogwater, you can't do it while I'm already streaming. I'd have to end the stream and restart the stream. I can't do it. You got to do it before for a future one. So if you're gonna spend this $50K, I can't stop the stream to get you on. I have to set it up all before. Okay. I'm like, this man is wild. All right, but anyways, let's get into the rosters. I always go through both rosters before the game so you know who's on the field. As always, check out our bottom line. I made an Instagram. I feel like it's popping off. If you enjoy the content, leave a like, follow it. If you want to post content, all you got to do is DM to me, and I'll post it for you at some point. And we have Patreon as well. Gives you some fun stuff, some more content. Encourage you guys to at least check out the ending of the watch party when it's posted after this game. It was a great finish, so fast forward to the end if you want. But it was a good finish between TCU and Texas. But we're here for the Big 12. Paul Sanford, SFA player. I can't go into his stats because the game will crash, but he is a long time. He was the understudy for Johnny Manziel, the 6'6", 224 pounds, leading this offense, and Coach Chewy. And then they are having some injury struggles at running back. Joel McKinley, the transfer from Alabama, got hurt. So Montoya stepped in, and he got hurt last week. So we're going to see and Maurice Smith is redshirted. So we are actually going to see fullback Dan Williams take control. He has 84 speed. So they're going to go old school Nebraska football, ram it right down your throat with a fullback. It's going to be heaven. So, and then at wide receiver, we got Damian Kelly. We got Tra Preston, who is on the first TD prop bet. So we'll see what happens with that. Last week it was kind of boring with Darren Archer. Pretty decent wide receiver core here. You got Zach Walker. And then on the offensive line, 77, 76. Some freshmen, 77, 79. So some freshmen that are going to wind up being really good. This is a pretty good offensive line, pretty balanced across the board. On defensive end, you got Freeman, McMahon, and then Dick Tater, the transfer from Georgia Tech. We're going to see him on stream, baby. The former BearCave reward player. Oh, man, I'm so hyped to see if Dick Tater can take over this game. And then at linebacker, the starter is Jerome Everclear, the 5-star freshman. He committed to NIU but followed Coach Chewy over to Nebraska. He will start. And then in middle linebacker, you got Michael Richardson. And then the Group of 5 golden ticket player from last season from Colorado State transferred to Nebraska. He is going to start as well. So we're going to see a lot of SFA linebackers here today. And then out wide, you've got Jonathan Murray, Cedric Edwards. Some really good speed from these guys and some good overalls. So the secondary should be tough. SFA player Xavier Townsend, we've really never seen him much because we haven't really seen Nebraska. They haven't been that good in years past. And then on the other side, Sam Burton. And then their kicker, Brandon Alford, will check out his skills. 92 power, 68 accuracy. So they'll be kicking it. We just don't know if it's going to go in. That's the way you like it. All right, time to now check out Coach Ron and the Iowa State Cyclones. And the main story here, Kiko Strong, broken wrist, will not play. Reigning Heisman Trophy winner Kurt Morris will take over. He had a big game against Georgia Southern last week, so we'll see what he can do. Pretty much a carbon copy of Kiko. Kiko's just a little bit taller, so we'll see what Kurt Morris can do. At running back, we'll see Johnny Williams and a little bit of Kennard Sellers. And then at wide receiver, SFA player Kyle Houseway will be the starter. Ross Turner, we've seen him before. Kenneth Wilson, a little bit worse wide receivers there, but they have one of the best tight ends in the country, Jeff Pimpton. And then the offensive line looks to be a little bit worse than Nebraska's across the board. And then Jabari Stratford, SFA player. And then you got Britt on the other side. Barry Bumpus, SFA player. And then Joel Ward, SFA player. Philip Willis, we might see a little bit of Lou Underwood. He's an SFA guy. And then on the right side, Stevie Scumbag, freshman All-American. This guy is so good. He had pick 6 and a scoop and score, I believe, last week. Or at least something like that. And then out wide, you got Chaz Weber, SFA player. It's great progression for a sophomore. And then Emmett McKinney, the worst starting overall in SFA history of any player. He started out, I think that they put him at like a 59 or something. Something ridiculously low, like lower than Chad Barber. And he's up to an 85. We're going to see what he can do. And then you got Corey Johnson. And Quentin Appleby is an SFA cornerback, the freshman. He is going to be starting in the slot because Ron has that day one starter, so he's in the slot. You got Harrison Smith, who's an SFA player, and Zadie Likes behind him. We might see him a little bit. And Jermaine Bryant. As far as kicker here, they got Courtney Parker. Not as much kick power, good accuracy, so if they're close, it should go in. But they might be going for it a little bit here. So I don't think Coach Ron is here, so that means, Chewy, I saw you text the chat. You get to choose your uniforms, unless Ron is actually here. And I'm going to get this prediction started while you let me know what you want. Who wins this game? This is one of the few times I go for a really low line. 2.5 point favorite. I just don't know what's going to happen here with the injuries and such. If they had Kiko, Iowa State would definitely be the favorite. So who wins this game? I want all red. All right. So let's check out the options. Do they have a red helmet? Ooh. Well, let's see if there's a regular. All right, so he said he wanted the helmet, so where's all red? Hold on. What are these 1997 throwbacks? No, I got to get the pants here. Why would I have red versus red game? I can't do that. All right. So Nebraska, all red. How does this look? And then for now, do they have an all yellow? See, that's what Iowa State needs to do. We need an all yellow. All right, so we're going to go all black here for Iowa State. I get black gloves here. And then let's see if there's another black. No, there's only. There we go. All right, so a little bit more time on the poll. As always, right after this game, all the BearCave games will be posted. And then Iowa State, and then Game Day The watch party will go live, and then recruits are immediately following. Yeah, get those last-second predictions in. This is one of the bigger game days we've seen this season. Super evenly matched. And at one of my favorite venues I've ever been to, IRL, Jack Trice Stadium is such a fun place to be on a college football Saturday. 5-1 Iowa State, 6-0 Nebraska. I just know this game would be incredible to go to. Two of the top teams in the North. And with Baylor struggling this year, we could see some new blood in the playoff. These jerseys are so good. My God, dude, we need to see Nebraska on game day more. Make the playoff, Chewy, please. So take a look at now. West Virginia, they control their own destiny. Coach Hud, he could actually win the division if he wins out. That means he does have to beat Nebraska and Iowa State. But hey, but Nebraska having a fantastic year. Obviously, winning the transfer portal and all was massive. So we'll see what happens here. Beautiful Jack Trice Stadium. As you guys know, I am a Colorado fan first and foremost, but large family ties to Ames, Iowa, so I love Ames, Iowa. Literally have a whole ass building named after my grandpa. So Iowa State lost to... Trying to remember. Because they beat Arkansas. They might have lost to Colorado again, like normal. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. Or did they lose to Iowa? It was a good team they lost to because they have a really good strength of schedule. Keith goes out there for the coin toss. Yeah, they always beat Arkansas and always lose to Colorado. I'm not sure. But we are off. Nebraska's getting the ball first, so we will see Paul Sanford to start. Now, remember, we're waiting for that first touchdown. It is a new addition to the server. So if you bet on it, good on you. It's definitely a tough one to call. So winning the toss now, Dan Williams, the fullback. Paul Sanford himself. It has to be a rushing TD, and here he goes early. Brought down by Harrison Smith or Tra Preston. Oh, they lost to Kansas. There you go. And on the other side, Johnny Williams, Jeff Pimpton, Kyle Houseway. So, important players. I mean, they're all over the field for Iowa State's defense. But Paul Sanford, obviously the quarterback for Nebraska, is really the guy to look at. And he takes off the second play, and he goes down. So an early third down here. Paul Sanford going crazy. Brought down by Corey Johnson twice. But Harrison Smith, number 47. Emmett McKinney, number 45. Chaz Weber, number 21. As 3rd and 4, dumps it short, and he is brought down. So Iowa State getting off the field here, 3 and out. Not the start Nebraska was wanting on the road. So they didn't even attempt to run it with their running back once. As we get a punt here. Here's the return now, Corey Johnson. All right, Iowa State coming out. One of the greatest offenses of all time last season with Kiko Strong. Definitely lost a ton of pieces, but they're back. Kurt Morris, they're running option here, and that's Johnny Williams for 3. He has the highest odds to get that first touchdown. So we'll see what Kurt Morris can do as Kyle Houseway, I believe, is number 29. Weird number. Jeff Pimpton, number 83. So Kurt Morris now taking off, and he gets a first down. And the players really to watch for Nebraska, obviously you got Dick Tater right there in the middle. You've got Jerome Everclear and Ricardo Henderson, as well as Xavier Townsend. And, oh no, we got a fumble here early. It's picked up and they're going the other way. Can they score? Inside the 10, down at the 1. What a start for Nebraska. Of course, I don't get the touchdown. So the first touchdown scorer is alive. Who is going to get it? Oh, he's throwing it. Sanford, he said, he runs it. Paul Sanford, touchdown, Nebraska. He breaks the sack and gets to the end zone. If you put money on Paul Sanford, you are a hero. I need to know, at plus 600, did anybody pick Paul Sanford to score? Did anyone throw money on Paul Sanford? Breaks the tackle, runs it in. What a start. So after a 3 and out, all they needed was a scoop and score. If somebody put 1K, they just won 6,000 off of that. So a crazy start here. Now the entire stadium is just silent. All right, Kurt Morris, you got to do something now as he gets his first throw off. Kenneth Wilson. You need to settle it down here, Kurt. No need to... You know what? Kurt Morris is basically just playing the Kiko game. Just throwing crazy-ass fumbles everywhere. And he dumps that one off. Miscommunication with the receiver who stopped. It looks like they're running that drag mesh play where you have the option to sit in the middle in a zone or keep going. So miscommunication there. 3rd and inches. They are going to hand it off. And Johnny Wilson, he's still going. He gets the first down. Johnny Williams. I still can't get over how that wasn't a touchdown. That should have been a touchdown on the scoop and score. I hate that the game does that. All right, Kurt, though, he's running it. He keeps it. He has room. He's brought down Xavier Townsend, number 49. Carter Richardson, number 55. Second and 3. Hand off, right up the gut, and he's stuffed. So this line holding up pretty well. See if Dictator can be impactful. Surprisingly, after transferring, he didn't get any progression at all. So split back, Sellers on the field. 3rd and inches. Some more quick option, and he gets the first down? Oh, man, we got some ref issues going on here. I think he was short. All right, Kurt keeps it again. And nothing doing. So it looks like Iowa State, I guess, is running a lot more run-heavy this season. Maybe that's why they haven't had the same success on offense. Not sure what this playbook is. 2nd and 7. But with Kurt Morris, probably don't want him throwing the ball too much. A lot of heavy sets, multiple tight ends, and he goes down. 3rd and 9. Jeremy Freeman on the tackle. Right, drops back. Corner blitz, and a wide open man down the middle, and a stiffy! Jeff Pimpton, the SFA tight end. Watch out for him. Welcome in, Nathan. Big win for Louisville this week. Taking down Miami on the road. Oh, my. He made that guy do a somersault. I love Iowa State, but I'm here for the Coach Chewy rise to the top. As we got Kurt Morris floating that out there, wide open man, and he's still on his feet. I don't know how he broke 3 tackles, but Ross Turner gets 10. Hey, you got to start somewhere. 2nd and inches. And floats that, and it's caught! Jeff Pimpton, you are an animal! The diving catch saves pretty much an easy interception, and they're cooking. Hands it off. That's going nowhere. Wendell McMahon, guy who got the scoop. 2nd and goal now from the 11. Can Iowa State tie this game up? They're just going to hand off again. A counter. Up the gut. Inside the 5. 9 yards from Johnny Williams. Third and goal. Hand off the gut. And touchdown, Iowa State. They tie it up. Good start here. Both offenses moving the rock. Well, technically Nebraska hasn't really been moving the rock. They just had to get 1 yard. All right, 7-7. It's been all Iowa State possession pretty much early. We got a return now. Looks like Xavier Townsend. All right, starting at the 23, what can they do on this possession? We've not seen Paul Sanford really throw the ball quite yet, as they continue to just run it with them, and why mess with something that's been working? Harrison Smith, though, coming down from the free safety position to stop him. Should have been an ECU Pirate. Second and 12 now. Playing up close to the line here. Dumps this off. 2 guys running the same route. Must have been some weird communication there as well. Not gonna lie, Nebraska outside the fumble, it's really not been impressive on the offensive side. 3rd and 11. Sanford. Down the sideline, and it's caught! Traw Preston. He picks that one out of the sky, hangs on. Going against Emmett McKinney, the SFA corner. Tried to knock it loose, and he could not. Big conversion there. You don't want to keep just letting Iowa State have their offense on the field. All right, Paul. Corner blitz! Oh, he gets it off. Dallas Johnson for 4, but that's way better than the sack. Second and 6 now. Here's the first handoff for the fullback, Dan Williams. Up the gut for 5. Third and inches. A toss with a fullback. And it works! He gets the edge! Coach Chewy bringing out all the stops here. 3rd and inches, a toss to a fullback. Man. All right, we're across the 50 now. Man in motion. Takes a handoff. Paul stands in the pocket. Delivers a strike. Another first down, this time to Damian Kelly. His first touch on the day. Welcome in, Huey. Telling you, dude, Paul Sanford, he looks like a first-round quarterback. I might have to put him in my mock draft. I don't know if I put him in yet. Harrison Smith coming down, safety blitz, and they pick him up. On the run, floats it, and he delivers! And Emmett McKinney delivers a massive hit, but they hang on again. A throw, crossbody on the run, lasered. Paul Sanford, baby. Chaz Weber, number 21, and Emmett McKinney are not having a good start on this drive. First and goal for Nebraska. Quick option. Sanford, he keeps it, and he goes down. Harrison Smith's been everywhere. One of the top safeties in the country. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So Nebraska knocking on the doorstep, but it's been a very even first quarter so far. Second and goal as we flip the fields. Split back formation now. We get a handoff here. A broken tackle. He goes down. Ryan Holt. Third and goal. They are going to throw it over the middle. Can he get there? Oh my God, what a hit. Harrison Smith keeps Dallas Johnson from getting in. And the field goal unit coming out. And the kick is good. The fumble recovery was McMahon, so not Dictator. So it was one of the ends picked it up. If it was Dictator, he would have scored. And out of the back of the end zone, we don't see that too often. A booming kick. All right, so Iowa State gave up a field goal. Right back to work. Just got to mitigate those turnovers as they get a slip screen here. Gets it off. And, oh, man, the chop block did not work. Edwards jumped right over the blocker and made the tackle. Big play. Second and 10 now. Johnny Williams, another stiffy. Third and 5, though. So Nebraska has a chance to get off the field. Dictator right in the middle there. Same with Ricardo Henderson. Third and 5. They fake the handoff. Morris over the middle, and he gets past Henderson. Kenneth Williams, his second catch. Up to the 46. Kurt Morris really playing well outside that one fumble. A little counter here, and that goes nowhere. Johnny Williams stuffed again. Only averaging 2 yards a carry early on. These corn-fed brutes over in Nebraska. Same in Iowa State. This is a prime old-style Big 12, and oh my, the lack of accuracy from Morris showing through as that was almost picked. He's had 2 bad throws here today. Third and 9 now. He delivers wide open, man. There's Kenneth Wilson again. So keeping the drive alive after a mistake. But Morris has to get on the same page, I think, with Jeff Pimpton over the middle. Those are very risky throws. First and 10. Quick option. That goes nowhere. Jeremy Freeman again. The easiest tackle for loss in the book. Morris, second and 14, delivers a strike down the seam. There's Jeff Pimpton again. 3 receptions, 69 yards already. Telling you, Jeff Pimpton, man, spent a year learning under Stephen Moore, one of the greatest tight ends we've ever seen. All right, now we're inside the 15, handing it off. No, Morris keeps it here, and he can't break away. Tackle for loss for Ricardo Henderson, the golden ticket. And we've got an injury. That's Johnny Williams. Okay, so not Kurt Morris. That is huge. So now Kennard Sellers is going to be the running back, who is a true freshman, very quality back. So not much of a hit really, outside of those two back sets. So we'll see. We'll check on that injury a little bit later on. But thank God it wasn't Kurt Morris. So Kennard Sellers, 3rd and 17 now. Might need to get a little bit closer for a field goal as they just dump it off there. And there's a flag. What is this going to be? A clipping penalty on the offense. Jeff Pimpton, what are you doing? But they're going to decline it, surprisingly, as it's 4th and 10. I would have probably taken it to knock them out of field goal range, but I'm smarter than the CPU. So Iowa State with a chance to tie it up. This is a 29-yarder, and it's good. So tie ball game here in the second quarter, 10-10. Nebraska's going to get the ball right back, right through the wickets. Yeah, Dogger, we didn't know how good we had it. That was a legendary connection, Kiko and Mo Alley. Might end up being one of the top QB wide receiver duos we've ever seen. Like Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, those kind of things. We get a handoff here. Dan Williams. He goes for 3. So we'll see if we get an update for Johnny Williams. Bruised shoulder. 3 weeks for a bruised shoulder for Johnny Williams. So the Kennard Sellers show for the rest of today. Iowa State's going to be without their starting quarterback and starting running back for the next couple of weeks. He's going to broke a tackle. Dan Williams, though, can't turn into anything. Scumbag in the area. Just excellent zone coverage there, not letting him do anything after the catch. 3rd and 7. So Iowa State, can they get off the field? The Achilles heel for Iowa State the last 5 years has always been their defense. Can they step up? 3rd and 7. It's a quick screen, and oh my God, he's destroyed. Damian Kelly murdered. I don't know if they had to bring out a stretcher or what. What a hit. All right, so a 3 and out here for Nebraska. Iowa State getting the ball right back. We get a nice return here. Remember, Iowa State last season on game day had the first and only ever punt return for a touchdown. Deion Silas. Kurt Morris over the middle, and that's dropped. That was Kyle Houseway, the #1 target, still does not have a catch. An SFA player from Season 7 who's never really done anything. Second and 10 now, and there he is. Finds Kyle Houseway, drops that pass, comes right back. Gets a good release off the line. All right. Iowa State continues to cook. Dumps that off, breaks a tackle. And we got another first down. That's Kennard Sellers, the freshman running back. So we'll see if he can have a breakout performance. This could be one of those times where an injury loses you your starting job. Morris keeps it, and Dictator brings him down. The transfer, the BearCave reward player, the best name in the SFA. Welcome in, Philly. This is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You don't need the game or anything. You can recruit, set depth charts, set schemes. We also have things like fantasy football and a fully functional sports book. So that's something that interests you, feel free to click the links in any of our descriptions on the Twitch channel or any of our YouTube videos. But we're here for Week 9 game day. Number 4, Nebraska. Number 7, ISU. So 3rd and 4, Kurt Morris dumps that off, and that's going nowhere. They are going to be going for it. They do not have the field goal kicker for this range. This would be like a 42-yarder or so. So 4th and 3. Kurt Morris dumps that off. Kennard Sellers again. So looking to be a good... Oh, the actual video game is NCAA 14. Came out 2013, but we're on the revamped version, modded. 1st and 10. Dogwater, stop the propaganda. Dictator's happy to get out of that cesspool of mid. Yeah, well, this is also ran on emulator on PC, so it helps the game improve a bit on the graphics wise. All right, 3rd and 1 here. Jeff Pimpton has really been the best player on this offense. Can Iowa State take the lead? Really, nothing's happened in the 2nd quarter between both teams. Just a couple of field goals. Hand off to Kennard Sellers up the gut. Can he get there? Touchdown, Kennard Sellers standing up. What a run from the backup. Ron may have something in this running back, man. He looks to have that it factor as a freshman. Yeah, so all of our communication and stuff is ran primarily through Discord, and then we stream everything on Twitch, and all the VODs and stuff are uploaded to YouTube afterwards. So kind of spans all throughout different platforms, but yeah, the main essence of it is ran through Discord. Like all the recruiting and stuff. All right, Coach Chewy, you got to do something here. 3 timeouts, 1 minute and 3 seconds left. All right, Paul Sanford. Strike down the middle. There you go. 1st down. Traw Preston his 2nd catch. 10 for 10 start on the day for Paul Sanford. You'd like him to take a few more risks, throwing a bit farther down the field. He has an absolute piss missile of an arm. 58 seconds left. We're approaching midfield. Sanford, only 4-man rush here. And on the run again, and oh, that was almost complete. I'm very impressed by Paul Sanford's mobility. He's 6'6". He only has mid-60s speed, but he looks quite capable to run the rock. He probably has good agility and acceleration for a big man. Oh my God, we got a free rusher. And he stays up and throws it away. What? Paul Sanford is not human. He was laying on the linebacker, and he gets it away, so no sack. 3rd and 10. Dumps that off, and it's still 4th down, but wow, what a play. So it didn't end up mattering unless we run a fake punt here. No, they do not. As they bring the house, can they pin them deep? So Iowa State will get the ball after half. So definitely Nebraska on his back foot. Yeah, for sure. That is a highlight. That's just one of those ridiculous. Oh boy, we've got Dictator jumping. How often do you see Dictator doing that? He is pissed. He wanted to tackle the center. Must have said something about his mother. Dictator's angry. 1st and 5 now, 37 seconds. As we're just going to run it with Kennard Sellers, and he gets a lot. 11 yards. All right, Iowa State could score again. Is Nebraska kind of choking now? It's been all ISU. Throws that. Oh, and it's intercepted. Xavier Townsend, he's going the other way. He has some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Nebraska. Pick 6, Xavier Townsend, the SFA safety. There is your 15 minutes of fame for Xavier Townsend. Season 7 player. We've never pretty much ever talked about him in the last 5 years until now. Xavier Townsend, the understudy to one of the best safeties we've ever had here. Finally getting the chance to start. All right, so 24 seconds. If I'm ISU, I kind of want to just get off the field and go home. Like, it went from not only potentially adding more points before half, but getting the ball after half, so potentially making it a 3-score game, to tie ball game. As we're hurrying up the ball now. Morris throwing it again, and that's knocked away. Yeah, that did remind me of the Houston game, too. All right, 3rd and 1. We're actually going to get a Hail Mary this time. 65 yards from Kurt Morris. Can he do it? He yams it deep, and it's tipped away. Xavier Townsend. Or no, that's Jonathan Murray. All right, we hit half a wild ending. I don't even know what happened there. No, users do not control the teams in the SFA. It's strictly CPU versus CPU. We don't want... It's all about the ratings and recruiting and building a team. We don't want any user skill to impact it because that's no fun. We don't want people throwing 4 verts every day, running just strictly read option, right? This game, it's been out for so long. It's super easy to kind of cheat the game and run an almost unstoppable offense. So we run strictly CPU versus CPU. But halftime here, we got a tie ball game. Both teams have had some crazy plays. I think really the X factor of this game has been the turnovers for Iowa State. 2 of them, one got down at the 1, the other was a pick 6. So if Iowa State could just limit these turnovers, they would easily win this game. Like, Paul Sanford's been great, but he hasn't been scoring. It's all been a product of the defense. But that's also what great teams do. That, you know, they find ways to win. They grind out victories in these big games any way possible. But you really would like Nebraska to start running the ball a bit more. You can definitely see how they're missing their top 2 running backs. Only 17 yards in that first half. What a start to this game day. As now Iowa State will get the ball to start. 9 minutes, 18 minutes on the clock left in this game. Wonder what Coach Ron's words were for Kurt Morris at halftime. No, Notre Dame is a locked team. As Kennard Sellers is still going. This freshman, ever since he came into the game, he has been an absolute monster. Philly, if you did want to join, you would you join somebody as a coordinator and then potentially move to a head coaching job in the offseason. We are in week 9, so it would be about 5 weeks of coordinating. Man, I'm on the Kennard Sellers hype train at this point, man. This guy is electric. He's a freshman. All right, trips left. Approaching midfield. Quick option. Nothing doing. Jeremy Freeman is just feasting. 4 tackles for loss on Morris. He's having a career day for no reason at all. 3rd and 6. They are 70% on 3rd down. It's full 126, but currently we have about 50 to 60 head coaches. And then we have about 9 coordinators currently. So moving forward, if you join in during the season, you'd be a coordinator. Off season, then you have the choice of a head coach or coordinator. And all right, we're running a bubble screen here, Kenneth Wilson. But yeah, we have a lot of active coaches. As you can see, Hippie Emmett, we've got 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, so normally that means about 30 minutes left in game day. As wide open man, that's Kyle Houseway, and he gets rocked. Game days are normally about 100 or hour 15 minutes, so an hour 30. 200-yard mark here for Kurt Morris. 3rd and 2. Well, we have full guides, and also the community is very helpful. Typically, 3rd and 2. Handoff, Sellers again, and he reverses his field. I don't know, man. Kennard Sellers has this it factor: 6 rushes, 50 yards, and a tutty. Couple receptions as well. Coach Ron might need to name this man the starter. Sellers in motion. And he gets it off to Ross Turner. Ross Turner, 4 receptions. Pretty much the last skill position player from those iconic Iowa State teams. Handoff to Sellers here. It's a draw. He finds some room to the outside. Breaks Xavier Townsend. Another one. Kennard Sellers just running with purpose every single time he touches the ball. 3rd and 2. Inside the 30. Not in field goal range, so definitely 2 down territory, as Kurt Morris knows that, and he just throws it away. He's 20 of 27. Fourth and 2. Bring a blitz. Dumps that off to Sellers, and first down. Kennard Sellers just making it happen on the wheel route. Iowa State's still in business. Yeah, absolutely. You can always join and just chill out in the Discord. You don't have to put out coaching post in the coaching portal. So that's kind of the first run where Kennard Sellers looked human. 2nd and 8. Long drive here to start the second half as we dump it off to Sellers. He gets to about the 9-yard line. 3rd and 1. Big opportunity for Nebraska to get off the field now. They are in field goal range. Split back set. They're going to hand it off. Triple option. 1st and goal. 11 rushes for 1 yard. All right, 1st and goal. Watch out for Kyle Houseway, bottom of your screen. They're just going to hand us off to the backup. Free run, touchdown, Ian Wilson. Iowa State takes the lead. They completely fooled the defense on that one, as there was just nobody in the way. All right, the kick is good. So 24-17, they took about half of the 3rd quarter away in one drive. Nebraska's hanging in there, but man, Iowa State still looking tough with Kurt Morris. Coach Ron, one of our feisty veterans, taking on one of our new blood, Coach Kurt Chewy First and 10. What can Paul Sanford do? He's yamming this one deep. Double coverage. Risky throw as Harrison Smith got over there to help him out. It was one-on-one. That was quite the yam. Great attempt there, trying to get a big play. Second and 10, they're just going to hand this off Dan Williams, and he cannot get to the outside. The run defense for Iowa State has been impressive, to say the least. The middle linebacker makes a tackle. Third and 11 now. They're only 2 of 6 on third down today. 33%. You got to move that up. He yams this one deep again, and it is tipped away. So 3 and out now. So Iowa State takes up the entire third quarter pretty much, and then just a 3 and out from Nebraska, sending the defense right back out there. Iowa State, man, they are looking pretty good. But as always, the same issue that made them lose the playoff game. Turnovers. They're -2 right now. They can just not turn the ball over. They should be fine. Yeah, Flame, you're looking like you're coming back down to earth. As I was saying, I think this is already, I don't think you've had 4 losses in a season since season 5, and you're already there. That's wild to think about. So, I wonder what's going to happen to Flame if he ends up getting fired from Illinois. All right. And, oh my, that was a risky pitch to Patrick Levine, the fullback. I got to say, Iowa State loves living on the edge with these pitches and these turnovers. Guys, remember the playoff game against Tennessee? They had 4 turnovers in the first quarter, and they still almost won that game. Dumps it off the other side, and that is 4th down. So Nebraska's defense coming up clutch, forcing a 3 and out right back. Showing life. All right, are we going to see a good return here? No, oh my God. Xavier Townsend gets smoked by Johnson. All right, so we're right at that 12-minute mark left in game day. This is when you got to start worrying. If you're down, you got to start finding some ways to score. Split backs here for Nebraska. They still have yet to have a touchdown drive that's been manufactured themselves. The first touchdown came after a scoop and score to the 1, and then they had the pick 6. So honestly, this offense is really only responsible for 3 points on the day. Iowa State has been suffocating. Takes the handoff, dumps it off there. Can he stay in? He does, but it's 3rd down again. Dallas Johnson, he's been the primary target. Only 21 yards. Hands this off. Can the fullback get there? He does. Flame, I'd be down to go back to the Big 12 and face my own creation. There's not a lot of open jobs in the Big 12. That's interesting. Where would you go? Kansas State, maybe? I mean, that user hasn't really been active. Dan Williams up the middle. There you go. Starting to get the bowling ball moving. 11 yards. North Texas and Illinois. Disgusting. 1st and 10. Oh my, that was almost picked. Emmett McKinney had the chance. That was his moment. D-Sleep might be a bigger sicko than me, man. He comes up with the wildest stuff. 2nd and 10. Yeah, shit, I loved having Fink in my conference as we floated down the middle. What a throw from Paul Sanford! Touchdown, Nebraska! Traw Preston, 56 yards! What an impressive throw. The rainbow down the seam, overthrowing 4 defenders. That is a play that gets you into the first round. Holy shit. Scouts foaming at the mouth here today at Jack Trice. That was insane. That might be the best throw of the season. It looked like such a duck, but it was just the perfect float. Incredible. That was the most, that was the nicest touch pass yam you'll ever see. All right, so now tie ball game. It just seems like Iowa State's been the better team, but Nebraska just doesn't go away. They just get one big play after another. I already got 4 game day greats here. That's crazy. After kind of a lackluster Week 9 BearCave. All right, 3rd and 3. Iowa State, we're shutting down the third quarter soon. And he connects. Wait, we got a flag. Holding on the offense. You do not see that often. It's Kennard Sellers, the freshman running back, making the mistake, holding. How often do you see holding, and let alone on the running back? 3rd and 13 now. This could be a drive killer. Kurt Morris. They bring a blitz. He yams it, and it's complete. Kyle Houseway hangs on. The corner route ran to perfection. Kurt Morris stands in there with the pressure, delivers a dot. This game is heating up, man. This is just one of those that just feels like a playoff game. If, you know, whoever wins this is in the driver's seat in the division. Morris over the middle. And oh my, Ricardo Henderson tried to rip it out. He could not. 1st and 10. Iowa State continues to move the ball. Oh my, what a deflection! Holy shit, Sam Burton, baby! What was that? He somehow covered that much ground to tip away. What am I watching? All right, man in motion now as we get some room up the middle. Cannot even talk. Kenneth Wilson, this drive is bananas. Last play in the third quarter, and we definitely need a rest. Quick option, and that goes nowhere. Jeremy Freeman again, his 5th tackle for loss on the day. Have yourself a day, my guy. As we enter the fourth quarter, 24-24, Nebraska, Iowa State. Who is going to win this one? And for those of you that bet on the over-under, we are currently at 48. The over-under is 58.5, so we need 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 13, handoff. Nothing. So 3rd and 13 now, another chance for Nebraska to get off the field. They're at the 35. This would be a 52-yarder. Definitely way too far for their field goal kicker. Morris. And a tough overthrow there over the middle. We've seen a lack of accuracy here and there for him. And they're going for it. No man's land on the 35. 4th and 13. Coach Ron getting aggressive. He floats it. And 1st down. They say he got the foot in. Again. Finding the boundary. Kurt Morris delivers a dot. Is that foot in? I think so. Are they going to review it? No, they are not. So inside the red zone now. Nebraska seems to have had every chance on this drive to get the ball back, and they just haven't. Kennard Sellers now. 1st down. Welcome in, Troy Bolton. One of the best basketball players of all time. 1st and goal. Inside the 10. Kind of in motion. Hand off to Sellers again. And he gets only to the 5. Nebraska completely selling this drive. They've gotten multiple third downs, fourth down even, penalties, and they still can't stop them. 2nd and goal. Handoff, no, Morris keeps it. He has some room, Morris! Oh, he gets hit. Lucky he did not fumble that. 3rd and goal. This would be huge if they stop him for a field goal. But once again, Iowa State just running so much time off this clock. They've had the ball they've had the ball pretty much like 8 minutes out of the last quarter. 3rd and goal. Can Sellers get in? No, he is stuffed. Jerome Everclear, the freshman, making a play, forcing the field goal attempt. And look at the yard difference. 388 to 178, but, you know, the 2 turnovers, obviously. But Iowa State takes the lead. Jerome Everclear making a play. You know what? Being down a field goal right now looks so much better. Nebraska feeling themselves. They are considered the 2.5-point favorites. But this is really a push game. All right, Paul Sanford had probably the best throw of his career on the last drive. Can they do it again? Dumps that one off. Trot Preston caught the 56-yard bomb. And somehow ran away from the defense. Yeah, I don't quite know about game of the year. We've had a couple 4 overtime games and a couple like good game days early on in the year, but this one's definitely heating up. This has the potential so far. Trot Preston with a run. 6 minutes left, a lot of football left to play. A lot of wackiness. Could be shaping up for overtime. 6 minutes left. Sanford, he's yamming it deep on a screen, and he just overthrows him. What a chance there. He thought he could catch them. 3rd and 8, or 3 for 8 on 3rd down. Definitely need it here. You don't want to be punting it back at this point. 3rd and 9. Clean pocket. Oh, he breaks the tackle. He yams it deep. And it's caught! Dallas Johnson! Paul Sanford breaks another sack on the day, and he yams an absolute missile. You know what? I'm just going to say it. Paul Sanford is the best quarterback I've ever seen play on a game day. This is insane. Hands off to Dan Williams. Breaks one. You can't go up high on a fullback. Come on now. Yeah, exactly, dude. Just some absolute beautiful moments from Sanford today. Breaking sacks, throwing absolute bombs. 2nd and 10, though. They're still losing. Means nothing if you don't win. Dumps this one off. Inside the 10 now. 3rd and 6 again, but they are in field goal range. Would love to take the lead here. And that's going to be short. So field goal unit coming onto the field. But I got to admit, like, Paul Sanford was meant to be like a big, tall Brock Osweiler type, you know, not really mobile, kind of a pocket passer. But he played under Johnny Manziel for like 3 years. So my thought process is like Johnny Manziel kind of morphed him into this craziness. All right, we're inside 5 minutes now. Iowa State has the ball. 27-27. Anyone's ball game. We are at 54 right now for the over-under. We're 4.5 points away from the over hitting. Dumps this one off, and Kennard Sellers can't go anywhere. But breakout game for Kennard Sellers, the freshman, having himself a fantastic day. Second and 13, clock is running. Both teams have all timeouts. Plenty of time. Just gotta avoid turnovers. Kennard Sellers running it. He breaks the edge, and he somehow turns that into a 9-yard gain. Telling you, man, Kennard Sellers, he is going to be good for a long time. It looks like Ron has found his Juwan Harvey replacement. 3rd and 4. Watch out, Xavier Townsend on a blitz. Oh, on the run, crossbody, and that goes nowhere. 4th down for Iowa State. Kurt Morris completely oofed that one. He got scared in the pocket. He had time. So Nebraska getting the ball back. Looks like we're going to get a return here. Xavier Townsend gets back up to around the 40. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left here in game day. Potential for overtime. What is Paul Sanford going to do next? Dumps this one off to Dan Williams. Gets about a yard. Chaz Weber on the tackle. The sophomore cornerback. He was a 3-star, but he's gotten some crazy progressions up to like an 86. 2nd and 9. Split back set this time. Triple option. That goes nowhere. Stanford wrapped up by Quentin Appleby. We haven't seen him much today, the SFA corner. The 4-star freshman. And you got to think, dude, how good is this Nebraska offense when they have even their 2nd-string Montoya? Or when they have the Alabama transfer, they're probably insane. But 3rd and 12, 4 receivers to the left. He floats that out. Can he get to the line? No! Iowa State gets the stop. Now everybody's butt cheeks are starting to clench a little bit harder. Exactly right, Moon. Neither team wants a win. They're both playing not to lose. They're playing for OT at this point. As we're going to run some clock here. So it's going to be a 2-minute drive for Iowa State to try and win the game. Important note, this is where that field goal kicker could very well impact this game. They got to probably get inside the 25 to even attempt a kick. This is old school Big 12 football, baby. They want OT. They're not done fist fighting. Battle of the Corn. 80 yards away. Minute 47, 3 timeouts. Can Iowa State do it with a backup quarterback? Kurt Morris avoids the sack, throws that away. He had a receiver in the area. Remember, folks, right after this is recruiting. 2nd and 10. Morris. Clean pocket, at least for now. All the time in the world, and he finally finds a receiver. It's Jeff Pimpton, the tight end. 16 yards. We haven't seen him, and he's over up 100 yards now. We haven't seen him since, like, early 3rd quarter. That play lasted so long, he overran his route, and he had to get creative. Up to the 31 now. Minute 30 left. Time is ticking. Still 3 timeouts. Split backs. Kennard Sellers out on a route. Over the middle. He finds Houseway. He breaks a tackle, and he's hit hard. Up to the 50. First and 10. Dumps this one off. That was risky. Oh, and Levine steps out. He had room down the sideline if he would have stayed in. But the clock stops, saving a timeout at the 46.5. 2nd and 6. Plenty of time for Iowa State to get in range. Kurt Morris. He has time again. Oh, and it runs out. Sacked. A massive sack, and that's Wendell McMahon. He had the scoop on that first touchdown, and he gets a massive, massive sack here. He got chipped by the running back, and he fought through both. Kurt Morris holds on to the ball way too long. Yeah, we've never had anything past 5 OT. So 3rd and 13. 50 seconds left. Clock is running. And Iowa State's looking to be happy to run a little bit of time off the clock in case they don't convert here. That's actually a big brain move. You do not want to give Paul Sanford the chance. So Kurt Morris now. He has time. He delivers. And that's going to be short. The ball actually comes out. So clock stops. And they have to punt it back. So Iowa State chokes their chance at winning this game. They had it across the 50 at 2nd and 6. And they just choked. So now it's Nebraska's turn. Full timeouts, tie ball game. They have a chance to do something. 19 seconds left. You probably have a chance for about 4 to 5 plays. D-Sleep, if that happens, I will give you 1,000,000 coins in CC Sportsbook. All right. Oh, and he hits it. He's throwing it. It's intercepted. That's Harrison Smith. Iowa State gets the ball right back in prime territory. Hit as he threw. Paul Sanford puts it right in the safety's face. That's the easiest catch of his career. Will this be an epic choke? They are not even close to field goal range. Kurt Morris now, they have a chance. He dumps this off. Ross Turner gets 8, 10 seconds left. They're still not in field goal range. They have a bad kicker. You have to probably get inside the 20. Nebraska has to force no more yards. Morris dumps it off to Sellers. Is that enough? 6 seconds left. Are they going to bring out the field goal unit? No. They called a timeout. This might be the last play of the game. Kurt Morris pistol. Can they get closer? They're just going to hand it off to Sellers. And he gets he gets 8 and the clock stops. 1 second left and the field goal unit comes out. They're starting to... Oh no. Sellers gets him close. To win the game, a 30-yard field goal for Iowa State. The kick is up. And it's good! Iowa State walks it off with the walk-off 30-yard field goal. They beat number 4 Nebraska 30-27. What an ending. Parker gets it done. Paul Sanford was hit as he threw, and he gave Iowa State another chance, and they took it. Courtney Parker wins it all. Shambles for Coach Chewy. That's not how you want to win that game. 30-27, an absolute battle between these teams, and Iowa State survives. We'll see you next week. Holy shit, Chewy, I'm so sorry. Welcome to the club, Chewy. I can't believe Sellers gets 8 yards there. Yeah, the under hit. I can't believe he gets the 8 yards and the clock doesn't run out. Ron somehow got through Georgia Southern and Nebraska without Kiko Strong. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I mean, the silver lining, at least for Nebraska, is like if Iowa State drops one more game, then they're still going. Because Iowa State's loss was in. But what an absolute beautiful game from both sides. Just magnificent play from everywhere. This is going to be one of the better games of the season. Incredible play is Kurt Morris, 32 of 42. You know what? 79 overall. I'm a believer now. He did what he had to do. Kennard Sellers coming in, though, was definitely a huge help. He started getting them moving the rock. Yeah, you need your running backs back. Jeff Pimpton popping off. The SFA players coming up clutch when they needed them most. I mean, Harrison Smith getting an interception. I know it was thrown right at him, but actually catching it is another story. I don't know who hit him. It might have been Jabari Stratford, but just an incredible game all around. And as much as we roast the kicker, he came up clutch. Paul Sanford, such a good game. So many beautiful plays. The untimely interception. The run game is really what hurt you guys today, absolutely. Traw Preston had that beautiful throw. I still don't know. Did any of you guys have that? Have the first touchdown, Paul Sanford? As Xavier Townsend, he had his moment. But I think we're going to see a lot more of... Yeah, no, they're in the same division. So, Iowa State now in the driver's seat, but at least Nebraska is going to get their running back soon, whereas Kiko wouldn't come back until probably a playoff game. Or I think maybe for the conference championship. It just depends on if the if bye week 15 is going to help him out or not, and if he picks up a questionable tag, you know. But that is game day. Week 9 is complete. Another magnificent game. As always, guys, thank you for watching. The watch party Patreon VOD will be posted right now, and then I'm going to post the games, post standings, and then I'll do recruiting. So right when you finish the VOD typically is when recruits come out. So we'll see who's going to get the #1 running back in the country, Des Stiffy. So we'll be back in a few minutes, but thank you guys for watching.